Hi Virgo, welcome to your love reading for this week. I hope you're doing well. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, let's see what's coming through for Virgo. All right, so we have the Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Knight of Swords, Seven of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Six of Cups, and the Ace of Wands. Okay, so as a heart of the reading, you do have the Seven of Swords, which sometimes means that you need to be careful with the people that you have around you. Sometimes they're not who they appear to be, they're lying to you, but in some cases you're lying to yourself. So since this is a love reading, I feel like they're asking you to pay attention to either your partner or who you're getting involved with. With the Seven of Swords, this is sometimes known, as a card of deception. But like I said, it doesn't always mean that someone's lying to you. It means that you are lying to yourself. And based on some of the cards that I see around here, I feel like that might be the case instead of the other way around. But let's start with the top row. Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Two of Wands. I almost feel like, let me just translate what these three cards mean. There's not much going on. And going back to the heart of the reading, I feel like there may not be much going on in your love life. The Two of Wands means that things are on hold. And I feel like this is not the way that it should be. I mean, you do have as a final card the Ace of Wands, which is a new beginning. So I feel like in your case, the Seven of Swords is telling you that you're being your own worst enemy, that you have the blinders on. You have some blinders on when it comes to your love life. There's something that you don't want to see, you don't want to talk about it, you don't want to think about it, but you have to. You have the Knight of Swords here. So I feel like here, like your love life is on hold. You're coming into the week with things like not really happening. You're not really seeing much happen. The Knight of Pentacles, it could be you because it represents an earth sign. So you are an earth sign. And the Knight of Pentacles also means that you're making progress towards your goals, in this case, your love life, but you're not really moving at the pace that you should be moving. Ironically, you have the Knight of Swords right under it, and the Knight of Swords is all about quick decisions and a lot of actions. But I feel like things are not happening that way, and it's leading to heartache. Also, here you have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is about doing a lot of thinking. To me, it feels like an air card, a suit of swords, even though it's a suit of pentacles, because it represents having to be really patient because you're busy planning and analyzing. And this doesn't really belong in a love reading, like planning and organizing, that you can't really plan and organize your love life. And if you do, you're going to be pretty unhappy with the results, because you should be following your heart, not writing everything out on paper and saying, okay, I've done that and that. That's not the way love works. So I feel like some of you need to change your approach when it comes to your love life, especially if you feel like things are not happening. And I feel like because you're doing this, this card, maybe planning out your love life, maybe what you're looking for in a partner, or expectations from your current partner, something is on hold and your love life is not moving as quickly as it should be. Now, moving on to this row here, you have the Knight of Swords, Seven of Swords, Two of Pentacles. It's telling me, something very similar than what I already said. The Knight of Swords, this means quick decisions. It means a lot of action, a lot of movement. And that's not what we have going on up here. If anything, we have things moving really slow and a lot of things thinking and planning, not much action, and things on hold when things should be like picking up for you right now. So I feel like if you're not doing this, you're being your own worst enemy. You're missing out on an opportunity for happiness. And I feel like you have a choice here. I mean, you have the Two of Pentacles. To me, the twos, sometimes they represent having to choose between two things. And so it could be something that you have to decide, like you may have a lot going on in your career or family obligations. But I feel like if you're not paying attention to your partner or your love life, you're doing yourself a great disservice. You're being your own worst enemy. This is a time of action, of being impulsive and just kind of going with it, whatever it is. And you have to make a decision. Also, the Two of Pentacles, it's very kind of scattered energy. I mean, seeing it next to the Seven of Swords, it could be that you feel you can't focus on your love life right now. It just means that you're being pulled in too many different directions. Maybe there's other things on your mind right now. Maybe it's your finances or your children or other obligations. This is usually very kind of scattered energy, the need for balance. And it could be that they're telling you for this week that, you know, there's an opportunity, but you have to bring your life back into balance so you can have time for your love life. Otherwise, it's like everything is on hold and you're only cheating yourself here. Okay, moving on to the bottom row, Five of Cups, Six of Cups, Ace of Wands. So the Five of Cups, it means that you're, I mean, here is the past. This represents someone from the past or a past situation influencing you. And then you have the Five of Cups. So that's pretty interesting. Five of Cups, Six of Cups. Some of you, like, you could be dwelling on like a past disappointment, a past loss. The Five of Cups means that you're just kind of, you keep dwelling on the loss and crying over spilled milk. Something that is already, you know, happened, it's gone. There's really nothing you can do about it. It could be an old relationship, or it could be, you know, like an old argument between you and your partner that gets recycled like every other month. You have to like let this go. There's the past, and a disappointment is in some way like weighing on your parade. I feel, you know, also that for some of you that things are coming up from the past, painful things, in order for you to move on. I mean, you do end with a really positive card. I know this reading has been kind of like painful, but the Ace of Wands is telling you that this is your opportunity to completely wipe the slate clean. But that has to be up to you. Like, nobody can make that decision for you. It's not going to be God. It's not going to be your friend. It's not going to be your family. I feel like this week you have a decision to make, an important decision, and this is going to allow you to completely start over. This is not just a new love interest. This is like a new way of life. This means you're completely reinventing yourself, your existence, your life, and you're attracting completely different people. And I feel like, you know, the past is in some way either influencing you or coming back into your life to heal it. But I feel like in some way, like coming into the week, you're dragging your heels. Like either there's something you don't want to do. You may be thinking about it, planning it, and looking, you know, at details and seeing like what you can do about a situation. But you have two cards of non-action. It's like things are not happening, and I feel like this is working against you seeing the Seven of Swords. I feel like I said you're doing yourself a great disservice by not jumping into something here, by not making some type of impulsive decision. That is a Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords doesn't sleep on a decision. This is, you know, sleeping on a decision. Let me just kind of think about this for another 2 months and see when it feels right. I feel like something's off here, obviously. They're telling you that you can have like this new opportunity. I feel like this not only is like a love relationship, either, you know, being able to heal your relationship, or it could be a new partner coming into your life, but it's like you have to be aligned with this. You really have to want this. And you may have to balance things out in your life, balance things out in order for this to happen. Because I feel like here you're being pulled in way too many directions and you don't see this. I feel like you may not want to see this. You may not want to compromise in some way, but I feel like you have to. I feel like you may not be very content with your love life, but there's something that you can do about it. As far as like making decisions, putting off, you know, finally looking at something that you're putting off here, something that you don't want to do, that you've been putting on hold, and finally, you know, moving things forward and leaving the past from the past, or healing something from the past. Okay, Virgo, I will end this reading here. I hope you enjoyed it. Much love and bless. Bye-bye.